I'm going to show you the easiest method for making a stencil by hand. For this you're going to need your printed design, you're going to want your freehand stencil paper. I think Spirit ones are the best for this, I'll let you know why in a second. A pen or a pencil, a stencil applicator, you're going to want antibacterial soap and a single blade disposable razor. So the first thing we need to do is trace the stencil. We're going to place our printed design on top of our freehand paper. This design I printed on regular A4 printer paper. I want to show you how easy this method is. You can use something a bit thinner, or you can put a thin sheet of tracing paper between the printed design and the transfer paper. Now guys, this stencil paper is notorious for getting on your hands and getting everywhere else, so just be very careful with it. You want a quality stencil paper for this, so I highly recommend the Spirit brand. They are the best in my view. You can either use a biro or you can use a pencil. Both have their advantages. For most things, a biro is going to give you better results. They're far more consistent, and the issue with pencils is they can be a little bit jerky on the paper and they can snap easily as well. Guys, this is an easy method, but the best method is to actually just thermal print your stencils. So as you get more advanced, do look into getting yourself a thermal printer. Now you might be tempted to cut the stencil out first, but don't do that because you'll get the dye everywhere. Guys, we have traced around the design and we have got the stencil transferred onto the back of our printed design. So next, we're preparing the area we want to stencil by dry shaving in a single direction with a single blade razor. We do this before cleaning the skin. It is the very first step, and it's very important that we do not irritate the skin in any way. So we need to clean the area, and I'm using green soap that I got from Killer Ink. This is a Costco brand green soap. Alcohol works great for cleaning the skin as well. Some artists will use isopropyl rubbing alcohol if they want to get a really long lasting stencil, because the pure alcohol does dry out the skin a little bit more. You might want to use a little bit more than I've done, and we're just dabbing the skin dry after, letting it dry out for the next step, which is to apply the stencil applicator. You will get a feel of how to use it, but there are some tricks getting it to work really well, and that is a 2-layer method. So first you want to cover the whole area with a thin layer and let the skin absorb it slightly, 30 seconds or so. While waiting for that, I'm going to show you something which is very crucial, which is cutting slits in the stencil to make it bend around the body part that you're tattooing. This is very crucial. The stencil is going to be pretty much useless if you don't do this. So now you've done that, we're going to put on another layer of the stencil stuff. Again, you don't want this to be too wet or the stencil will come out blurry. You might want to line up the stencil first and draw placement marks with a Sharpie or a skin pen. I'm just going freehand with this, so I'm just going to place this straight down onto the skin. We want the center of the design to touch the skin first, and then we are spreading the edges out individually. This is the best technique. So it's the middle first and we spread out the edges. Now this is a beginner tutorial. I will have more advanced tutorials in future, guys, so do subscribe if you want to support. This is the final product here. Pretty solid stencil done by hand, very easy method. You can do this at home. So if you're starting out in the tattoo business, I can definitely help you out with that. Tons more tutorials on the way. Please subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching, appreciate the support, and I'll catch you next time.